Yo, 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 what it is, people, we is back. We is back. What it is. What it do? Yo, so I figured out what them little things is, yo. That's for like top comments or some shit like that. If y'all notice, you got like a number next to your name. I got an email about it. But yeah, we back. We got Diddy day 10 or 11, whatever day this is. We still ain't finished with Wack 100 and his motherfucking character assassination of Nip. I don't know what's going on with the Rolling 60s. I ain't gonna lie. There been way too much disrespect to slide, man. We got a lot to talk about for real. What's up, Victoria G, man? What it is? Got a lot to talk about for real. My mom was at the house. I thought I'd be home by 12:30. Meg the Stallion. Meg the Stallion, dirty motherfucker, y'all. I started to put that in the title. Meg the Stallion, a dirty motherfucker. They need to free Tory Lanez, man. Immediately. Tory Lanez deserves an immediate release. Dirty ass system that people praising. This the same system that niggas like Charleston White be talking about, man. You don't need to go to jail. I mean, the same system. It don't matter what city, what state. It don't matter if it's federal or not. Them people dirty, man. Got that innocent man locked up for 10 years. On a 10-year bit. Then they lost his life. Off a fabricated story. A story that evidence don't even back up. Evidence does not back up this narrative that Tory shot made. Did y'all see the pictures of the other girl? Man, it looked like she was fighting motherfucking Freddy Krueger, man. All beat up and scraped up. Tory looked like he just jumped out of motherfucking Vogue magazine. You heard me? He ain't got a scratch on him. But Tory shot Meg though. Nah, we ain't buying that. We gotta go to a panderer too. See what my son pandering ass said. He one of them slogan niggas. Black Lives Matter, Me Too, support black women. Anything that gets a slogan that turns political, I don't trust it. Any slogan like BLM or Me Too that turns political, man, ignore that shit. Cause you don't know what the real motive is. Now what's up with Raw Wave, man? They say Raw Wave lying, man. They say Raw Wave ain't never smack YK, man. Raw Wave a dirty motherfucker. Why you put that boy name in the song, man? Y'all, man. I was in the cell with YK at that slap night and told him. I don't know how you get down with them guys, but I'm a soldier. Your whole time, he ain't never slapped YK, man. If I was YK, I'd make him slap me. That man, hey yo, Raw Wave went platinum off a line that he smacked YK, man. YK spoke out. You got Antoine Massey family speaking out. Like I said, it's a lot going on. We're going to try to cram it all in about an hour and a half. Davon, what it is. Hey, Davon, what's up with Raw Wave line, yo? That man said he smacked YK Kane and gave him a speech. YK Kane said, I ain't never had no beef with that boy, man. He wouldn't dare slap me. He didn't give me a speech. What's up, Benji? That man lied, yo. Ain't find Raw Wave a lying motherfucker. There's two things I hate, y'all. The motherfucking pork chop sandwich and the bluffing motherfucker. I don't hate nothing more. I'm saying, why he say he smacked YK Kane though, yo? Like why he name dropped that boy like that? Whole time he ain't never even put hands on him. YK Kane said, yo, I ain't even had no issues with y'all. Like he could have slapped anybody. Yeah, yo, Raw Wave could have literally slapped anybody in that song. Why he choose my man YK Kane, yo? YK Kane upset about that. Got random niggas walking up to him talking about, yo, heard Raw Wave slaps you. You know what I mean? Family members calling him, asking him about the slap. Whole time Raw Wave ain't did shit. Raw Wave a dirty motherfucker for that. Now I don't believe none of his raps. I can't believe nothing he ever said now. He thought about something that we ain't, like, he volunteered it for me. Siobhan, what's up? We is back. He volunteered the information about slapping Shorty. Yo, we ain't nobody asked for that. You ain't had to lie. These some of the worst niggas that lie to you for no reason. Niggas did not ask that boy about his encounter with YK Kane. Oh, shit. Nobody asked him that. I'm sure what I'm talking about. For people that's confused. People that's confused, let me show you what I'm talking about, man. Man, YK Kane said, Raw Wave tripping. You got to slap him in real life now. So he slapped that man and gave him a speech. And we gotta go to Kelsey testimony too, y'all. What the fuck did Kelsey testify to? Think people might have forgot. Man. Even once Kelsey took the stand. First, we gotta check out my man YK Kane, man. YK Kane got something to say.
Raw Wave said, I snapped YK Kane when I told him, bruh, tell me how, no cap, bruh, real life. Tell me how it's this dude that I was locked up with, right? He was locked up in the city that Raw Wave was from, bruh. Guess who he was in there with? Joaquin. Bruh. They asked this man, they asked Joaquin, bruh, did Raw Wave really slap you? Joaquin said, bruh, I don't know why he said that, bruh. Me and Raw Wave never even had a problem when I was in the cell with him, bruh. Like, I don't know why on that song and said he slapped me, bruh. Like, we was cool as fuck, bruh. Like, we didn't even fight, bruh. Like, I don't know why Raw Wave even made that song, bruh. And what I know, Joaquin, bruh, if you guys see this video, well, yeah, Bruh, y'all know when Rockways there.
Yo, it probably ain't a whole bunch of Wack Kings running around, man. Wrong Wave got random people coming up to your asking them about the infamous slap. Come on, hey, Wrong Wave, you gotta clarify that. Yo, did you slap him or not, bro? The world wanna know, man. If you ain't slapped that man, clear his name, man. You got other people think they can just walk up to him and slap him and shit. Yeah, way crazy as a motherfucker. Hey, they just slapped him. They gave him a speech. God damn, yo. Bad, y'all may sing mess the live up. Bad, y'all may sing mess the live up. Is we back? Yo, we back, yo. Let me know, yo, because sometimes, you know, they make it sound we live and we don't be live. Yeah, but yo, clarify that, man. Well, we got to clarify that.
While in the cell with Lil Joaquin, after I slapped him, I had told him, don't know how you get down with them clowns, but I'm a in the cell with Lil Joaquin, after I slapped him, I had told him, don't know how you get down with them clowns, but I'm a soldier.
Hey, Ron, you a live motherfucker, boy. Man, when the YK come home, he coming on Keep It G News. We want asses. Did that man slap you out and then sit you down and told you he was a soldier? Then we got this, y'all. Antoine Massey's mother and grandmother tearfully begged him to turn himself in. His aunt asked for prayers as he remained on the run, and his sister gets arrested in New Orleans Jailbreak. He's not a monster, and it's not his fault. Yo, he shouldn't even have ran. Like, yo, he in that bitch on like a domestic battery or something. Like, yo, what you run for, bro? Like, I wouldn't have ran with that case. Now, I understand why Groves ran. Man, if I was Groves, I'd have ran too. But I ain't running on the motherfucking domestic battery. Man, free Crip Mac, man, free 5-5 Crip. Yo, but hold up though, yo. I got an issue with LA. Matter of fact, I got an issue with the Rolling 60s, man. I got an issue with the Rolling 60s. Ain't some Rolling 60s on YouTube on YouTube? What the fuck going on, y'all? Why is Wack slandering Nipsey? But we're gonna get to Nipsey. We're gonna get to that.
Or it increases, so do the police from family members of Antoine Massey, now asking him to turn himself in.
WDSU reporter Elizabeth Kubel picks up our live team coverage. And Elizabeth, you're hearing from Massey's mom and grandfather, both with a passionate plea today.
I am, Gina, passionate and emotional.
Yeah,
they desperately want
Antoine. That's why I was saying, like, niggas got mad at me for when I be saying, yo, on certain charges, yo, the best thing to do is just turn yourself in. This is a prime example. Yo, we done got 2 examples of things that I always talk about on this channel. Turning yourself in is one example. This is the shit I be talking about when I be like, yo, it ain't worth it. You can't run forever. You don't wanna incorporate others in your nonsense because then they going to jail. It just ain't worth it. You understand? Only time you run is if you try to stack some bread up to fight. That's it. If you just running just because you scared to go to jail, then you wasting time, man. Because they going to catch you. Now, if you just try to get a couple extra months in, run up a bag so you can get a lawyer, so you can, get a bail or whatever. I get that. That makes sense. But to think you're going to run forever, no, that's dead. you talk about one in a million. You heard me. But the other example, Tory Lanez. When I be talking about how dirty the system is, I always be explaining to people. People think I just be talking. Like, yo, this is a dirty, cutthroat, conniving system. Man, sleep to Chicago. They don't play fair. You understand what I'm saying? Fuck crack. They dirty as it can be. And we got 2 examples of shit that we always talk about on this channel, man. Like, yo, what's going on with Tory Lanez is egregious. But let's see what's going on with them. Yo, because this is not a walk-off. This is an escape. Let's see how much time they facing.
Santino Casio. According to MSN.com, on May 24th, TMZ.
How much time does an escape charge carry in Louisiana?
6 months. According to BrobridgeLA.elaws.us, whoever commits the crime of simple escape shall be fined not more than $500 or imprisoned for not more than 6 months, or both.
Aggravated escape, not less than 5 years, not more than 10. You know they're gonna hit him with this one. You know they're gonna hit him with aggravated escape. What's aggravated escape? That's simple escape. Hold up. Simple escape, aggravated escape. Aggravated escape is departure of a person from the legal custody of any officer of Department of Public Safety and Corrections on any law enforcement officer or from any place where such person is legally confined. When his departure is under circumstances wherein human life is endangered. Whoever commits an aggravated escape as herein defined shall be imprisoned at hard labor for not less than 5 years, nor more than 10 years. They're going to get them the whole 10. They're going to get them the whole 10. Whoever commits an aggravated escape is herein defined. Hold up. Years, no more than 10 years. Any such sentence shall not run concurrently with any, so and it's running consecutive with any other sentence. It say it shall not run concurrently. Y'all see that? Should not run concurrently. So whatever they catch on their original charge, they're gonna take 10 on the back of that bitch. They're giving them the whole 10. I don't even think that's up for debate. That shit wasn't worth it, y'all. Yo wasn't even facing that much time. Look, the provision of this section should be applicable to all penal, correction, and work release centers in any and all prison facilities under the control of law enforcement of respective parishes of the state of Louisiana. The prison facilities shall include but not limited to parish jails, just anywhere. Yeah, them boys, all of them facing 10 years. That shit wasn't worth it.
Massey to turn himself in, and they are hoping that he hears this exact message from them.
Hey, Antoine. This is Mama.
Antoine Massey's mom.
So, more than likely, they terrorizing this family. Just like how they terrorized Derrick Grove's family. I'm talking about the police. They terrorizing this family, man. Probably parked outside their house. Probably tapping their phones. They fucking be playing on their phones. Like, oh, this is the shit I be trying to explain to y'all. Yo, these people play dirty. Kids to school. And don't think what I'm saying is a stretch, because this type of shit that they do. You heard the last family. Derrick Grove's family told you what they was doing to them. Filing them to work and shit. Fuck around trying to get people fired.
Directly to her son.
Antoine, I'm begging you, son. I'm broken. Please, get in touch with Reverend Brown. Your grandfather, your 18s, your sister, somebody.
Dang.
And turn yourself in. I need you. I cannot do this, son. I can't. I love you. Please.
that reward increases, so do the police.
That's crazy.
She talked over the phone as other family members, including his grandfather, made that same emotional request in person.
If you out there, your children, you got two beautiful babies, man. They need you bad. Your little son is asking for his dad.
She ain't telling.
You don't know where you.
She don't know where he at to tell. She's just saying, yo, cause this kid in bad. Like, I don't know, yo, somebody might die behind this. I don't think Derrick Rose is going back. Derrick Rose already got sentenced to life. I don't think he's going back. I just think, yo, they just want this shit over. Yo, they terrorizing the family, man. Look at, they terrorize. I know they is. I fucking know they is. They ain't saying it, but I know they is. Homicide, FBI, CIA, New Orleans, man, they terrorizing this family right now, man.
Maybe.
Because, like I told y'all before with Derrick Rose, the plan is to put pressure on them to make them find them. You understand what I'm saying? They want to put on the family that they don't have to look for them. The family's going to find them and bring them to them. That's how they play. It's a dirty game.
And I don't want to keep on wondering where you may be. If I saw you anywhere, man, I would go with you to jail. I will be there every day if you needed me to. Just please give yourself up, son.
Family members say
it's the truth. It ain't a code. It's a. This is I be trying to explain to y'all. It's a cold game, yo. Like when these people play a dirty game. It is cold. Now you're right. I was gonna say it wasn't, but if you think it is cold, but this is what they do. They will terrorize your family, man. They will. They might be playing on their phones. Ain't no telling what they doing, man. Ain't no telling what they doing.
they have no idea where Massey is or could be right now after deputies say he was one of 10 inmates who busted out of the Orleans Parish Jail almost 2 weeks ago now and is one of the remaining 2 still yet to be caught.
Right now, if you don't feel anything for us, you keep running if you want to. But we feel a lot for you. That's all I want. Just for him to turn himself in.
She talked over the phone as other... Yeah, and family really wants this to end safely as well without Massey or law enforcement getting hurt. Reporting live here at the jail, I'm Elizabeth Kubel, WDSU News.
But right now, our family is going through. You niggas is opening up old wounds that we are trying to bury. We are trying to bury them. Y'all making my nephew out to be a monster. He is not a monster. Is Antoine a problem child? Of course. Anybody who know us know that. Has Antoine been a problem since they fucking won? Yes. But how did he get that way? Y'all know how he got that way. From watching his father get executed in front of him, but he's not the only one that it done affected. It affected his sister. It affected his mama. It affected all of his siblings. Locked up. Do you understand what I'm saying?
See, that's what I'm saying.
It affected.
Look, his sister locked. That's his sister right there. They booked her. And I'm telling you how much time she facing. Hey, it's booked too. Like anybody that come in contact, like at this point, ain't enough. This is all they can do. Because if they call them, if they have a conversation with them, they're going to, man. Have a conversation with them. They ain't got to send them no money. They ain't got to do nothing. If they have a conversation with this boy, yo, they is going, and they find out, because they're going to find out because all their phones tapped. Everybody. They're going to go to jail.
All of them. But this is his story with him. His sister right now is locked up and incarcerated from allegedly helping him. Allegedly helping him. She ain't been right since she seen the murder of her father. I need for y'all to lift this family up in prayer. To tell us where y'all at. But right now, our family is going through. You niggas is opening up on that, man. Do y'all want to relive this shit again? Y'all still ain't healed from my brother death. Y'all still ain't healed from his death. And y'all gonna watch this shit go down and national TV.
The police
I'm trying not to get upset.
The police told the last family that they was gonna kill Derrick Rose when they caught him. Y'all remember that live? The police told the last family that when they catch Derrick Rose, they was going to kill him, man. They probably told them the same shit.
Because I've been crying all day at work today and I had to flip tables and now. This not his fault, y'all, and I'm not taking no sides. And I'm not trying to make excuses for him. But this not for him, y'all. Because trust me, he's scared right now. He's scared. He want to go home. Because he the type of nigga, he will make decisions and think afterwards. Because he not all there. Am I saying he don't know right from wrong? Yes, he know right from wrong. He grown. But the system raised him. He been in jail 14 years of his life. Come home, domestic violence, he back in there. All he wanted to do is see his mama who just come home. All he wanted to do is see his baby graduate. But we know that's not the way of going by doing. But in his mind, it is. It's his mind he can't, man. Do y'all want to relive this shit again? Y'all still ain't here if we can't do 14 more years. And the crazy part about it is he was the one with the lesser charges.
That's why he ran. He just came home off of 14. So they probably was going to hit his ass with like a... some type of enhancement. They got enhancement in Louisiana. I'm sure they did. Louisiana got one of the most corrupt systems in the fucking United States. So he probably was facing, even with that charge, he probably was facing still a lot of time. What's up, Hot Mo?
Can't do 14 more years. And the crazy part about it is...
Oh, all right, I figured that. Yeah, I showed y'all what they said to the last family. They told the last family they was going to kill his ass if they caught him. Hey, Siobhan, you ain't see that live? Y'all want to go back and watch that again? Yo, you don't do this like yo. They really put them in a fucked up situation for real. Like I said, yo, you don't make people choose between their freedom and the love they got for a loved one. Like yo, that's a tough spot to put a person in. Man, his ass ain't getting to no motherfucking Mexico. Look what they told the last family. This is what he told this family. Yeah, well, he didn't have a serious charge, man.
Got that every time you go, y'all after my brother child because y'all feel like, oh, he his cousin, he got to know what he had, this and that. Every time you go around, the ATF behind you. Someone went to my sister's house last night. They took her. I'm just trying to locate where she
out of jail.
I said her name.
Man, this shit was a play. Now they let them boys, they trying to get funding. You know what I mean? This whole shit wasn't no organic break, man. They allowed these boys to break free. Motherfuckers don't escape from jail, y'all. You know what I mean? Not jail. Niggas escape from prison. Yo, but jails are tight as a bitch. This is the biggest jailbreak since the 1800s. That shows you how rare this is. 11 people escaped from jail. Man, that shit don't happen in the United States. That's some shit that happened in Mexico or something.
Groves. She is the mother of Derrick Groves. I'm his aunt. I said, look, I'm trying to find my sister. Once they got her in the car, they ran her Miranda rights and was trying to make her open the phone. She's like, no, because I'm not hiding nothing from y'all. Y'all don't have him. He's not with me. I don't know
if he's caught, right? And then
they said they're gonna kill him. I believe they're going to try to kill him. I'm no longer trying to be humble about it, Wayne. I did that.
All right.
Can you give your introduction and tell them who you are?
My name is Jasmine Groves. I'm the daughter of the late Kim Marie Groves, who was killed by the order of Officer Lynn Davis, assassinated by Paul Hardy. I'm also the aunt of Derrick Groves, who's one of the 10 escapees from New Orleans.
Look at that
Louisiana
shit,
jail.
First of all, I really appreciate
like, yo, there's no way, yo, it's no way that happened by mistake. Yo, we still haven't found out how many people on that tier. Let's look it up. We didn't find how many people on that tier. Yo, because 11 people escaped, 10 people escaped. Yo, that is noticeable. How many people are on the tier at New Orleans Parish Jail?
According to Axios.com, as investigations get underway into how 10 inmates were able to escape the New Orleans jail last week, there's at least one thing that all local leaders seem to agree on. The Orleans Justice Center is over capacity.
No, that's not what I'm looking for. But they already got numbers out this bitch. I'm not looking for this, though. I want to know how many people on the tier. Black people 4.5 more times likely to be arrested than whites. Of course, we already knew that. That ain't no surprise. Jesus Christ. I don't know how many people on the tier. Yo, I find it hard to believe, yo. It take 8 hours. It takes 8 hours to figure out that they gone. They average jail population. That shit crazy. Yeah, that's not what we're looking for. But this some good information. So it's only 1,200 people in the whole jail. They ain't gonna give us that information. That's too much information, y'all. If they give us that information, we'd be able to know for certain if it was a play or not. You said between 40 and 60 people? Come on. 60 people, you got to know 10 missing. Ain't no way you don't know 10 missing.
Thing, and I want the people to know what your family is going through right now.
Yes. Thank you for having me, Wayne. You know, I'm gonna come where it's trustworthy.
16 or 15?
My conversation is safe and where I know only facts are gonna be put out.
I appreciate that.
27-year-old Derrick Groves is one of the 5 escaped in large tonight.
How did you get the news about Jailbreak?
I saw it on social media, and most definitely, you know, people were calling and things like that, but they didn't even know until maybe 8 to 10 hours later.
What was going through your mind when you got the news?
They're gonna try to kill him. Because of the simple fact, y'all already wrongfully charged him of this Mardi Gras murder and all the other murders. We went through one
One
So 11
trial,
people escaped
and
and they didn't
he
know.
was found guilty. We got an appeal. He was
That's a small
because
jail.
his appeal lawyer had 60 pages.
I think it was like 37 cells in person.
Loopholes.
Or 60
Once we got
cells.
back in court,
2
went
doors
through more
cells.
trials. He had a 9 unanimous.
That's way bigger than that
He
jail.
had 3 mistrials. How do you have all these mistrials and now he's guilty again?
One of the 10 men who escaped from the Orleans Justice Center last Friday is Derek Woo Groves, a 27-year-old with a violent criminal history, including 2 counts of second-degree murder. Groves' face is linked to numerous violent cases.
Derek's supposed to be so notorious. Now, who you here killed? What car you here stole? Who's held hostage? Why the neighbors not scared to come outside? It's sad what they're putting our family through because, like I say, Wayne, okay, we know who y'all are. We know y'all law enforcement. Do your job. I'm not against that. But if you're doing it right, it's the only thing, okay? You know the situation we went through with my mom. It's been 30 years. 4 months ago, I had to relive this again with Biden and Trump. Finally got that settled. Now this happened, okay? Yes, my nephew is one of the escapees from New Orleans Parish Prison. I'm not against that. But the harassment and the things that are sending my family through, Wayne, I'm just oblivious right now. I am really, really upset, especially with the situation they put my sister and I through today. She said they knocked on her door. Well, you know, boom, 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 boom. I have nothing to hide. My son is not here. Y'all already know this. I told y'all.
They kidnapped the man's mother, man. Like this is the games that these people play. So when people wonder, yo, why black people don't fuck with the police? Yo, because this is how they treat us. Like, they treating the family like criminals because a family member decided to escape, not because they got anything to do with it.
They didn't even have a search warrant. Okay? She willfully opened her door. When she opened her door, they went to asking her questions, this like that. She said, once she answered their questions and stuff like that, they asked her to open the phone. She's like, no, I'm not opening my phone because, you know, what are you questioning before I answered your question? They took her out of her house in Mandeville, mind you, okay? This is New Orleans. They took her from there. When I found out about this morning, roughly 7:30, 8-ish, maybe 8:30. Her boyfriend got home. She found the car, the keys, right? No Stephanie. He searched around for no Stephanie.
Maybe
they
poor.
didn't any paperwork, so
maybe poor whites. They wouldn't have done this to a motherfucking white family that had influent white family. No, the fuck they wouldn't have. They'd have treated them with respect. They took this man's mother out the house and wasn't even trying to tell the family where she was.
This moment, we do not know.
Oh, so she was she was alone when they picked her up.
Yes. So they telling me I don't know no Stephanie and this and that. I'm like, you know Stephanie Deborah Bowles' mom because I'm her sister Jasmine Bowles. I said, look, let me tell you something. Y'all law enforcement. You say he's an escapee. Deal with your criminal part. I said we are law-abiding citizens. And we have rights. So where is my sister? I'm talking about poverty level, poverty rate. They do this to people living in poverty. If this was a rich family, they wouldn't do this. They wouldn't do it. Look at how they raid houses in certain communities compared to how they raid them in others. Like it's examples that shows you that it's a difference in policing depending on the class of the citizen and the race of the citizen. These are facts. It's not me making anything up. He's a escapee, huh? Go find him. Isn't he a criminal? Isn't he? I said, look. I clicked out. I said, look. Now if she have done something and y'all are retaining her, y'all have the right to tell me where is she located.
Right.
Abusing my family, holding my sister, not telling me where she at. I said, I'm telling you now, if I don't find my sister, it's gonna be bad.
So my daughter called. She called. She like, they told me, I called the state police. They told me, go look on Facebook. She went look. She like, my sister not, my mama not on there. He laughed at her and said, hi, yeah, I know. You're not gonna get your mama. Your mama not until she tell us what her son is, this and that. And told my other nieces, he had the picture of my sister say when she was down there. Cause
that's Derek's mom.
Yeah.
Was she all right? They didn't do her anything, did they?
No, my sister was. No, they didn't physically do anything.
Right.
But they held her there. She said they showed the pictures of him and said, if you don't tell us who your son is, we have the authority to shoot and kill. We're going to kill him. Like, you cannot do this at all. Your job is to go be searching for him. I said, but I told y'all from the beginning, they're trying to find a reason just to fix. That's why they asked you would have think, Wayne, that no more escapees is escaped but him. Still at large.
So y'all, she with y'all right now, right? Y'all got her back.
But she's back home now. Yeah, they put out. My sister don't really do police. You know, we hadn't dealt with him so much. You know, Derek's little brother got killed, and she is terrified of police. So I knew right now my sister is distraught. They must have never gave her another drink. Her mouth was all white. She said they kept telling her, open your phone, open your phone. She's like, once they got in the car, they ran her Miranda rights and was trying to make her open the phone. She's like, no, because I'm not hiding nothing from y'all. Y'all don't have him. He's not with me. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to do that. So because she didn't want to tell him nothing, they kept her. I don't know how long they actually had her. But like I said, what made me really get into it with her when I told her, I said, then she was there by herself. Y'all didn't leave no type of paperwork. Nothing.
Right.
So we really think she is missing.
No record of anything.
Nothing. We didn't know anything until I had to go live. Right? They had me all out of my
probably didn't get a judge
character.
approved.
I thought I hurry up and took the live down. People now is all over. So I had to really go there and click out, and she said the head person that was there over the U.S. Marshals came in there and told her, you, get out. They didn't give her a phone. They kept her phone. They told her, get out. You know, my sister was walking around, I don't know how long for hours. She found somebody to use the phone on Galvez in Lafitte. I was dirty. I had to call my organization. We physically up there in Lafitte in the rain. I'm saying, Stephanie, where are you? Where are you? This is how I found my sister.
Damn.
You know, the sheriff department came knocking on my door, ringing my doorbell. You know, my niece called. She's like, Diddy, the sheriff is in front of your door. I'm like, the sheriff? What you mean? She like, they've been ringing the doorbell. My children, I'm completely scared. They've been ringing the doorbell and stuff like this. But now, what is the sheriff doing now? What you at my house for? But by me being way uptown, I didn't get back downtown in time to, you know, catch them there. So when I called up there, I'm like, you know, my name's Jasmine Groves. I'm trying to see who do I contact because for what reason, I don't know. But the sheriff came to my door, ringing the doorbell, looking for me, you know, I don't know what for. I'm trying to find out. Put me on hold, like they was transferring me, never came back to the phone, anything like. So actively, I still to this point don't know what the sheriff came to my phone, to my house for at all. I know my rights. I know what you can and you cannot do, and you cannot torture us from being family. Y'all after my brother child because y'all feel like, oh, he his cousin. He got to know what he had, this and that. Every time you go around, the ATF behind you. Like this, y'all not doing this to nobody else's family.
For those who don't know, I'm sure it's pretty much tied to your family history with New Orleans police.
Yes.
Ironically, he has a deep connection to one of the most notorious killings in New Orleans history. His grandmother was executed on order of corrupt cop Len Davis.
By me doing the interview, they tied and found out Derek is my mom's grandchild. They put out one thing about saying Derek Groves got older, went found the cop killer of his grandmother, Len Davis, killed 3 of his loved ones, and you know, he's armed, he's dangerous, he's a killer, he's murder, capital murder, wrote a Mardi Gras situation, and he murdered other people. Wayne, you know that is a complete negative because he was not even born when my mom was killed.
Derek Rose was not yet born when his grandmother Kim was gunned down right here in front of the family home.
My mom was killed October 13th, a day before my 13th birthday in 1994. Derek was not born until June of 1997.
A small child like that here and how his grandmother was killed by the police. Okay. Yeah, it has a big factor.
This the person y'all saying the killer. Y'all saying all these things. If he has been doing this, he's been acquitted twice. Because after that situation, then his dad was, you know, taking a stand on him, saying he done this. Come to find out it was another guy who they call Wu in the East. So we went through that trial. All those days. Once they found that was not true, they had to release him. I mean, it's the 12 o'clock midnight. Do you hear me, Wayne? They had to release him. Okay, the Mardi Gras thing. You did this. We got him 60. Now, this is 60. Imagine 60 pages of loopholes. This is the first time he was tried and was found guilty. 60 pages of loopholes, okay? We get back up in there. First time he got found guilty. You want to know the evidence, Wayne? An Instagram post that they say was on Derek's page, and he was celebrating 2 hours later after he's killed these guys for the Mardi Gras. Ain't mentioned no name. Ain't said nothing. Oh, I just shot him. I just killed him. He was actually reciting music. When has it become a crime that if you recite a music and you're supposed to be targeted for a crime that, hey, that's evidence you killed him? And that's what he got, two counts of life and 260 years on.
Damn.
So when you talk about this guy they trying to slander, wouldn't you think you'll have guns, forensics, you'll have all kind of evidence on this mastermind killer, right? Especially since killing since 15. This child is not like this. Let me tell you. My mom was killed by the police in 1994. My great-grandmother and my grandfather, which was my mom's dad and grandmother, raised us. No, we didn't have a perfect life. But at the end of the day, we was born by good people. We was raised right. You know what I'm saying? Derek was no different than a child that was around here doing child things. He raised chickens. He ran behind chickens. He raised biddies. This child would not harm no one. You know what I'm saying? Especially to just be saying I'm harming someone when no one's doing him nothing. Derek is not like that. He has no reason to be.
She said Derek came across to her as a normal kid, despite his grandmother being killed by a hitman on the orders of New Orleans police officer Len Davis.
The connection
But
between your mom and
you see what the news is doing? The news is trying to see, this that propaganda that the news does, y'all, and tricks people. The news is trying to tie him and whatever he got going on to the fact that his grandmother was murdered in 1994. He wasn't even born till 1997. He probably don't even know all the intricate details of it. Like, this is a fucked up narrative that they're pushing.
and Davis, because definitely you don't want that to be history. You definitely we want her to be known for the
you know what I went through with this. Because I don't want her to be remembered as the lady who Len Davis killed. Kim Groves was a mother. She raised her children. She worked. She took care of her neighborhood. So why every time her name is brought up, it's about Len Davis, the lady he killed, and now it's Len Davis, the lady he killed, and her grandson, the escapee, who is the most terrible, most feared, you know what I'm saying? How much are y'all going to constantly try to target my family? Enough is enough, and I had beyond enough.
I want to ask you this, but if Derek is listening and when he see this interview, is there anything you want to say to him?
Baby, you already know the family love you. You already know we going to stand with you. And you already know Titi is not about to lay at no time. But at this moment, even more so, I do not trust them until we can get a trustful lawyer and get a trustful organization and neighborhood that we know will be safely brought back to pursue these charges. Hoping, I pray to God, that happened. reveal the truth about my nephew, who he is, and free him, because ain't nowhere in the world this baby life should have been took all these years for literally no evidence. My nephew was trying to show, hey, by all means, I'm going to maintain my innocence. I'm innocent. So guess what? Yes, I have family that's not going to say throw him away or forget him. He got to be. No, he is someone's nephew, someone's child. He is not a killer. He has not killed no one. And like I said, God will have his day. Because see, they're very upset, Wayne, because it's what, almost 2 weeks now? 1 week? Okay, 1 week later. And because y'all job, because I feel like this, Wayne, how about this? Let's make it simple. 8 to 10 hours later, right? Don't you think if these deputies, who not a deputy, have been arrested, not a deputy has been prosecuted, and you have all these other people going to jail from assistant inmates, but yet come to terms and find out now y'all have 189 doors that has been said by Jason Williams that need to be repaired. They didn't go out no hole. You see them big old children? How the heck they went out a hole? They went out the front door. Look at the camera. They jumping off a pavement. When Derek got this last guilty thing, we asked for him to be transferred. My nephew been stabbed 3 times back there. Hey,
oh shit! He been stabbed in the jail. He escaped.
Been stabbed 3 times since this case. We've been fighting this trial this last time.
I'm saying in the jail that he escaped from.
In the jail.
Wow.
Yes.
Like I mean, if you're in your right mind,
being talked about.
Oh, you would want to escape. I'm just thinking about anybody that's.
Come on, man. These people are not animals. You have to worry about not just Derek. I have other nephews who he his cousin. You keep stopping my other nephew. He do his little rap thing, Rico. You keep stopping him. They keep harassing him, saying, "Oh, you his cousin. You must know he had." Why? Is it a crime to be kin and say, "Hey, no matter how the police is trying to make my cousin,
no, that's only 2 left.
Whoever feel that's still my loved one."
Derek Rose and the other guy.
They have constantly pulled over his children. Mother, we know he must be in this car. We know he must be with his cousin. Well, if that, go do your job. Why you keep harassing us? And tell me, if you were so looking for him, wasn't you did what you doing the rest of the escapees and with a cat? Why do he have to feel he cannot even walk up the street? If I say, hey, you got an arrest warrant, what is it for? For knowing your cousin and you might possibly know he had, and possibly you might have talked to him. Are you serious?
Yeah, they playing a dirty game, man. That's fucked up. They might as well get that shit over with. Putting their family through that. All right, y'all, but Tory Lanez. Yo, somebody got some explaining to do, man. I don't know if it's Rock Nation, Megan Thee Stallion. I don't know if it's the LADA's office. I don't know if it's the police department. Yo, but somebody, I don't know if it's the judge, got some explaining to do when it comes down to this Tory Lanez situation. Now, before I get to the Tory Lanez situation, I want to see what this fuckboy my son had to say. He's a fuckboy. He one of them black women advocates. Yo, like I told y'all, don't trust none of that. Anything that they put a name on, an acronym on, you understand? BLM, Protect Black Women, Me Too. Yo, once they politicize a movement or a saying, yo, back away from that shit. I'm trying to tell you, because you don't know what the real motive is. Now, my son, he adopts every single one of them bitches. You feel me? And for the longest time, he been talking about Tory Lanez did this, he did that, he protecting black women. Yo, Tory Lanez ain't shoot made. So let me see what this fuck boy had to say.
So listen, this is for everybody that keeps sending me new videos, quote unquote new videos of Megan Thee Stallion being questioned by the police right before they were arrested inside the hospital.
I've been trying to get you to go. I've been trying to get you to go live with me for at least a year now. you know, just to talk about, you know, some of his viewpoints, you know, some of the things that he connected to. You know, I want to talk about Black Lives Matter. He don't want to do that. He don't want to have no real conversations with a real person. You know, they have conversations with other people that's compromised, so they don't get asked tough questions. I got real questions, man. Why the fuck was you promoting Joe Biden? Like, you know, honest questions.
Talking and they're saying,
knowing the role that Joe Biden played in the destruction of the black community. Like, I don't think Joe Biden should have gotten that one black person vote. To be honest.
Look. Nobody knew this. Look, Tory's gonna get off. Look. See, look. Now it's coming to light. I want to give you a rude awakening. All of this shit already been known. It's been presented to trial. The DA had the evidence. Tory's lawyer had the evidence. They questioned her about it. She was questioned for almost a year. Gail asked, why did you say you stepped on glass? Everybody said, why did you say you stepped on glass? She gave the reason why she said she stepped on glass. She did not originally want to get the man in trouble. You know, she was pondering like she wasn't going to say anything. All of this was already known. But what happened was when she went to the hospital and they removed bullet fragments from her foot, right? The police had already got a call that somebody was shooting, and somebody got shot. That's why you heard the officer ask, is your foot the only place you was shot? She said no, because she's still trying to deny it. She still she don't even want her face to be attached to the shit that's going on. She originally did not want to testify. But what happens when they pull the bullet fragments out?
Yo, they don't have these fragments. These bullet fragments are not in evidence. Yo, I can't stand. Yo, why people can't admit when they wrong, yo? If you wrong, you wrong. Don't stand on it, my nigga.
And they noticed that she had been shot. At that point, the state takes over the case, right? And now the evidence and the reality of what actually happened was told to the police. These are the facts of the matter of what happened. Now, when we talk about the other witness, that people say, "Oh, it's the blockbuster witness. Look, he was a witness, and it was suppressed." No, it wasn't. They originally went and got that witness because they heard he said that, and they used him as part of he was actually on Tory's side. They brought him on the stage, and when he got on the stand, and he started telling the story, it was just as crazy as that. He actually said that Tory and Kelsey jumped Meg, and they was going to throw her in the river. And then there was a shot. He seen somebody in the car, and the little guy, this is what he testified at trial, the little guy started shooting all over the place, right? And he thought that was going to help him. It didn't help him. All of these people.
He leaving out a part. He changed his testimony once he sat down with the motherfucking prosecution. That's what happened. See, niggas like to tell a story that's only beneficial to their points. What happened was, because Tory Father talked about it once he left the courtroom, once he sat down with the prosecution, he changed his story. That's what happened, my nigga.
People, and all of this information is not new information.
Right? Yeah, exactly. So you know what happened.
Court of public opinion because they couldn't win in the courts, because the courts had all type of other evidence. They had 43 pieces of evidence that if you want to look at, you can look at, right? And y'all can spin a narrative. You can do whatever. You know, maybe you could get enough people to believe you. But I'm talking about with the court scene, there's no new evidence. There's no newly discovered evidence. Ain't no ring cam. They got nobody doing this. The tapes that they said was coming out, they don't exist. But I'm telling you, there's going to be some other shit that come out when you find out. But that's on y'all to figure it out. But the reality of the situation, please, stop DMing me this, because this is not new information. It's been information. And the reason why you know it's not in new information, because they haven't filed it to the courts. Because the court's already seen this. So I understand, if you want Tory to be free, cool. You screaming free Tory, cool. Me, on the other hand, I don't respect no man that'll shoot a woman and beat another girl up and then lie and gaslight.
So let's talk about this, my son. Did y'all see this picture? Look at this picture of Kelsey. Look at Kelsey. How the fuck she get all them goddamn scratches? So you look at Kelsey, and you look at Tory. Tory ain't got a goddamn scratch on him, man. But Tory was fighting, but he was fighting women. And Tory little as a bitch. Look at Kelsey. Look like Kelsey was fighting motherfucking Wolverine or something. God damn, how the fuck her leg get so scratched up like that? Like somebody had a knife? Or nails? I don't think Tory Lanez is even able to let's see head on press on nails. I don't think he able to give a woman that type of motherfucking wound. Yeah, man. I don't think he can pull it off. That's how much he got? Wow. Yeah, he on a payroll. I don't fuck with him. I used to like him until I realized he was part of the agenda. He was one of them creative players. So let's see what Kelsey testified to, y'all. What did Kelsey say when she got on the stand? Do people remember? Do people remember what Kelsey said when she got on the stand? Let me show you. People that forgot. Hit that like button, y'all. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. But people that forgot what
we
Kelsey
might have
said.
a late contender in 2022 for trial of the year. Obviously, everyone thought Depp and Heard was it, but I got to tell you, this Tory Lanez trial for allegedly shooting Megan Thee Stallion is heating up. After Megan took the stand yesterday, she said the highlights there where she said that Tory offered her $1 million if she didn't say anything to the police about the shooting. She also said that she absolutely saw him with the gun in his hand and heard him say, "Dance, bitch, dance." So she's completely refuting this whole theory on by his team that it was Kelsey, the best friend, Megan's former best friend, who did the shooting. Speaking of Kelsey,
so this the
she
thing,
took the
y'all.
stand today.
This is the thing, y'all. What incentive did Tory have to shoot Meg? Like, yo, he had no incentive. The beef wasn't with him. The beef was over Tory fucking Meg. Kelsey and Tory was in a relationship. Why would Tory shoot Meg? It just doesn't make logical sense. Doesn't make logical sense. Like I said before, he had sex with both women. What he mad for? The fuck? Why the fuck do he get so mad that he pulling out a gun and he shooting Meg? Shit don't make sense, y'all. Then when you factor that into Kelsey and Meg relationship, Kelsey was fucking with the baby. Meg fucked the baby. Kelsey was fucking with Tory. Meg fucked Tory. Eventually it gets to a point where it's like, I'm tired of this bitch. And shit like this happen.
And it turned into total chaos in the courtroom because she was called by the prosecution, but didn't really seem down to answer some of their questions.
Because right off the bat, she walked in with her counsel, asked for immunity. She said, I want immunity, otherwise I'm going to be pleading the fifth, or I'm going to be taking...
She asked for immunity. Y'all know why people ask for immunity, right? Y'all know why people ask for immunity, right? You only ask for immunity when you committed a crime. It's the only time people ask for immunity. Cassie got immunity. You want to be free of prosecution. You want to be able to speak freely without implicating yourself and be free of prosecution. She wasn't going to talk to them people at all that she got immunity. Red flag.
taking the fifth on the stand the entire time. Prosecutors agreed. I think they gave her use immunity. Derek can talk on that a little bit later, but basically use immunity, from what I understand, and what I've read on Twitter, I'm not a lawyer myself, but from what I understand, use immunity means we're not going to prosecute you based on anything you say on the stand today. It does not protect her from anything big picture they might learn overall in this case. Now, with that said, she got her immunity. She took the stand. But despite that, she was being very difficult and evasive. The prosecution was trying to get her to kind of detail what happened.
Why is she doing this?
She recounted the whole party thing, basically confirming that, yeah, Kylie kicked her out. Megan was acting belligerent. Her and Megan left together at first. Then Megan went back and said, I forgot my slipper. Tory was left behind with Kylie, and then Megan and
but
Tory
they all eventually end up in, the three of them end up in this SUV.
Correct.
Leaving the party.
Correct. And at that point, Tory reveals, hey, Kelsey, I've been sleeping with Meg Thee Stallion behind your back. It erupts into a big fight, Kelsey says. All of them arguing, bickering back and forth. And then the prosecution asks, did Tory Lanez threaten to shoot you? She was like, do I have to answer that? I'm going to plead the fifth. The judge says, no, you got to answer it. She says, yes, ma'am, he did. The prosecution presses for more details and context. When did he...
Why? Yo, that doesn't make sense. He told Kelsey that he been fucking Meg. Why then he threatened to shoot Kelsey? That don't make sense. I can't think of a logical reason, even an illogical reason, as to how that conversation goes back to him saying now he's going to shoot Kelsey. Doesn't make sense. He fucked both of them. Why is he shooting Kelsey? And then how did he go from shooting Kelsey to shooting Meg? So he just wanted to shoot somebody that day. Did he threaten to shoot the driver too? Did he threaten to shoot the homeless man on the corner? Because it just sounds like to me, this was trigger happy Tory. Somebody had to get shot that day. He might have shot himself if he couldn't decide which one to shoot. Like, that shit sound bogus, man.
When did he say that? She says, I really don't want to answer this. And they finally broke. And it was very explosive and obviously causing a lot of confusion, I would argue, for jurors. What's going on? Why is she asking for immunity? To the average layperson, I would say...
Especially because, you're right, because prosecutors called, she was the prosecution's witness. And she was being... So, Derek, I don't... How does that play to the jury? Because it would be confusing. It seems like there's some...
That's what they say.
Oh, absolutely. This is highly irregular. Usually a trial plays out like theater. You know, the prosecutors know exactly what questions they want to ask and what answers it's going to elicit. Now, Kelsey getting up there and asking for immunity live when that's usually handled well in advance so that they know the testimony that's coming out, and the only curveball...
They never even explain who the gun belongs to. We know it don't belong to Tory. His fingerprints wasn't on the bitch. They never even explain who the gun belongs to.
Cross-examination from Tory's side, but this should have been a prosecution's witness, and to see this chaos unfold in this way is going to get in the minds of the juries. Now, I want the jury members. Now, I want to emphasize, though, that her asking for immunity doesn't mean that she's trying to hide that she shot Megan Thee Stallion in the foot. It doesn't mean that at all. It just means that she's given a lot of statements to law enforcement in the lead up to this, and her testimony, to the extent it's inconsistent, she doesn't want to be on the hook for...
You see how they're pushing the narrative? It can mean both, my nigga. It can mean both. He just excluded the fact that she may committed a serious crime and turned it into something minimal. It could be both. See, that's why I said you got to watch the media, man. You got to pay attention to the media, y'all. Don't ever just take what they say as fact. Because they're pushing propaganda. They're pushing narratives. They ain't really into the truth like that. You know, the truth is not, the truth ain't sexy.
Sort of lying to law enforcement officers and brought up on charges herself. So she's asking for this immunity to protect herself from that kind of charge.
Well, isn't this all favorable to Tory Lanez? Because if I'm Tory Lanez's defense team, I'm trying to confuse the jury and make everyone think, well, it could be them, it could be Kelsey, maybe Meg's involved.
Absolutely. Look, Tory, if you're sitting in court, usually you think you have to wait for cross-examination to poke holes in a witness, but he gets to just sit back and watch this thing implode in front of the jury, and the prosecution has to deal with this. This is a great day for him in court because it adds a lot of chaos to the presentation of the evidence needed to convict him.
And that's why we're waiting for what's going to happen right now. When she's back on the stand now, and we're hoping, or at least fans of hers are hoping, that the prosecution can straighten this out and get their ducks in a row and clarify the narrative here and get her to testify. Yes, I saw Tory Lanez shoot Meg Thee Stallion. That's all they need her to say and testify to today.
But one very important thing is when she was asked whether or not she shot Megan Thee Stallion, she kind of laughed that off. She said that's ridiculous,
She
right?
did. She said it was ridiculous, so she seemingly denied it there, yes.
So that's her denying the theory that Tory's team has laid out there. This is going to get really, really interesting because, I know Tory just needs to create a reasonable doubt, but if she's asked point blank, if Kelsey's asked point blank if she did it and she says no, and she's also saying that Tory threatened to shoot her, that part doesn't look good for Tory. I know the chaos overall is good, but those two things do not look good for Tory.
My name is Kyla Coleman. I am actually an attorney, and I'm here in Atlanta, Georgia. This is a very, very interesting case. The interesting thing about Kelsey is the prosecution probably already knows that she wasn't going to get on the stand and behave.
That shit doesn't even make sense. All right, so let's see what Tory Lanez team released today. Say Tory Lanez lawyer launched new website with evidence aiming to prove his innocence. The truth uncovered. Suppressed evidence proved Tory Lanez is innocent.
Then the gun, and the girl shoots so the driver pulls over. You're seeing the girl.
Oh, now I see how this guy's Chinese. That's how they flipped him. They probably threatened to deport his motherfucking ass. This is the thing, yo. See, I be looking at this shit way different. He's Chinese. So he was an easy victim. Easy. Man, look. We gonna need you to change that story up, man. We need you to change that story up. Probably had some money laundering charges over top of this. He probably own a Chinese food store or something. I mean, citizenship ain't all the way intact. That's how they flipped him. He Chinese or something. That was easy for them to pull that off.
Shoot. Can I help you? I think, is it this house?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Okay. So you see the girl doing the shooting? I see it got a girl standing here and shooting into the car. That's what it looked like to me. But it was dark and I'm above.
So am I going in and out? Yeah, what I was saying was he was an easy target. He was Chinese. I mean, they don't really got no connection to black people any motherfucking way. You understand what I'm saying? They don't really give a fuck. Guilty, innocent. They don't give a fuck. If that was a white man or a black man or a white woman or a black woman, they wouldn't have changed that story. But being so they had a foreigner, yeah, they got him in that room. They probably scared him half to death. He probably owed some taxes or something. You know what I mean? Probably owed some taxes or something. Probably was doing some old, underhanded shit. The Chinese people, they do underhanded shit too. They just don't go to jail for it. Probably was doing some underhanded shit. They waved it over top of his head. Next thing you know, whole story changed. He get up that bitch sounding completely crazy. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to show y'all how this shit work, y'all. Don't never put it past them. I promise you. Do not put it past them.
But then the guy gets out again from the back. Then
What's that? Do you think we're gonna go to jail? I don't know. We're trying to figure it all out. As long as you guys cooperate with us and you guys tell us what happened, we'll go accordingly, okay? But if you guys are not telling us, if you guys are, then I really cannot go to jail. Okay. I cannot have that on my image. Okay. So how did that happen to you? Glass. Glass? Where? Where we were coming from. I'm not from here, so okay.
How that happen to you, Glass?
I didn't get shot. Oh, you didn't? Let me know something.
The bullet fragments disappeared.
address that the incident occurred, the shootout?
I don't know the address, bro. I was just trying to help my girlfriend. 1 second, bro.
Stay right here for me, bro. Hey, we got an ambulance coming for her, okay? Hey, bro, step up right here. We got an ambulance coming for her, all right?
Just a quick question.
It's gonna be good.
Have any injuries on you? No, I don't.
You need an R?
I got to come for your friend now, okay?
You want to talk about what happened tonight? Your girl to safety?
Address that the incident occurred, the shootout?
Nah, I don't know the address, bro. I was just trying to help my girlfriend.
Man. So Meg Team spoke out as Sparrow. This is Rock Nation's attorney. Has released a statement filed in the XXL in response to Tory Camp declaring his innocence with an info dump of evidence. Tory Lanez team can't keep a story straight. Sparrow says last week they argued that Kelsey shot Megan, and now they're claiming that Megan only stepped on glass. They continue to rehash whole evidence. See, this is bullshit. Two things could be true. She could step on glass, and the other girl could have shot the shots. They continue to rehash old evidence from trial and repackage it as new information to desperately sway public opinion. There was no new evidence displayed today, simply a sad attempt from Tory's team to copy our presentation format to peddle misinformation. It is embarrassing that Florida Congresswoman Anna Paulina Luna is integrating herself into the California criminal justice system for clickbait. Instead, she should be focused on serving her own constituents in Florida rather than chasing celebrities.
Well, we have the gun here, and then we have other units. They're searching the house where it happened. So that's all we have so far.
So nothing happened in the vehicle.
No, we don't have any casings. No.
Okay, from what you've been told. And then there's some cash.
Yeah, and I showed that video a couple days ago.
Was the
Probably
person
last
who got
week.
caught with the other people here that you have in handcuffs? Were they all together?
They were all together. Yes, they were all in the same car.
Okay. And then, do we know how she got cut?
I believe when she stepped down, there's a glass.
She dropped a glass bottle, and then I think she stepped on it and cut herself.
How did she get cut? Yo, these are police officers, yo. They know the difference between a cut and a gunshot wound.
And getting out of the vehicle.
Okay. So the person cut her then.
Right.
Well.
Show us your hands. Hold your hands up. Okay? Come on, people catch here with your hands up. Hands up. Alright, move back to the sound of my voice. Keep your hands up.
They need to move this shit. Can't even fucking see.
Move back. Keep going. Keep going.
Look, stepped on glass, feet bleeding. You don't see no blood right here when she first stepped out the car. You don't see blood until after the battle. And she was drunk, so you know you bleed more when you're drinking.
like the speaker bus. Whole car be D'd up. Talk now, we teeing up. Making people trying to frame me for a shooting, but them boys ain't clean. Scared I had them hoes going crazy.
They did that on purpose, y'all. The Rock Nation made her change her story, man. She blamed it on Tory. Now, Tory was antagonizing. But y'all gotta remember, at this time, she was a new artist. They just invested millions in this girl. Rock Nation chose money over integrity. Yo, what Tory Lanez's father said was real, man. When he said Jay-Z's trading souls, that's real, yo. He traded that boy for monetary gain. Want me know what it is? Yeah, he was railroaded, but this is what the system do. Like, we don't need academics to speak on people getting railroaded because they don't know shit. But this is what the system do, y'all. This is what I be trying to warn y'all about when I be talking about this fucking system. They railroad niggas. Look, she not hysterical or nothing. She supposed to just got shot. Just look at her demeanor. This is not the demeanor of a woman that just got shot.
As long as you guys cooperate with us and you guys tell us what happened, we'll go accordingly, okay? But if you guys are not telling us, if you guys are, then I don't think really cannot go to jail. Okay. I have that on my image. Okay. So how did that happen to you? Glass.
I ain't know what he was talking about at the time.
Where we was coming from.
Yeah, I ain't know what he was talking about at the time.
The police come. I'm scared. All this shit going on with the police is shooting motherfuckers for anything. The police was literally killing black people for no motherfucking reason. Soon as the police tell us all get out the motherfucking car, the police is really aggressive. You think I'm about to tell the police that we, niggas, us black people, got a gun in the car? You want me to tell the laws that we got a gun in the car so they can shoot all of us up? Nigga, I'm scared. It's a fucking helicopter over us and some more shit. Why the fuck would I tell the laws somebody got a gun in this car and this nigga shot me? So I can get shot, you can get shot, she can get shot, he can get shot. I ain't tell the police what happened immediately right then because I didn't want to die. I don't want the police to shoot me because it's a nigga with a gun in the car. The police come, I'm scared.
Yo, I actually believe Megan don't know what the fuck happened. To be totally honest, I believe, based off of what we heard about, I believe she get blacked out drunk. And when you get blacked out drunk like that, you'll have nights you don't remember. The fact that she stepped on glass shows you how drunk she was. How the fuck you ain't see that big ass bottle stepping down?
Shooting or anything? That's how we got dispatch.
Well, we have the gun here, and then we have another. Sarge, is this one in custody or is she not? She's in custody.
For right now, she's in custody.
Okay.
Because she's not a victim of a shooting, but she's in a car that did a bit of a shooting, right? So, yeah.
Yeah.
Sarge, Is this one in custody or is she not? She's in custody.
For right now, she's in custody.
Okay.
Because she's not a victim of a shooting, but she's in a car that did a shooting.
Okay.
She's not a victim of a shooting.
Move back behind my voice. Move back.
Oh, she put herself.
Move back behind my voice. Move back.
Well, because the narrative, bro, it's about money.
I'll get to the motherfucking hospital.
It's about money, y'all. Megan Thee Stallion is an investment. If this scenario was switched into what really happened, that her and Tory and Kelsey was beefing because she keep fucking Kelsey boyfriends, that would have plummeted her career. Her career wouldn't have ascended the way it did. It would have went down. They chose money, man. Then you got Tory Lanez ain't even from the United States, so it was an easy decision to really make if you moving off greed and opportunity.
The police bitch being so rude to me. Well, what's going on? Like, da-da-da-da, you're being detained, da-da-da. Ma'am, I'm being detained, I'm leaking. But I'm still not saying what happened. Shit crazy. I'll get to the motherfucking hospital, the police bitch being so...
And so what happened was you were just one bystander. I mean, really kind of my right foot. I'm just looking past the evidence. So you were already hurt when you got into it. And then at that point, your friends were running down from the hospital. And so what happened was...
Look, then they doctorate text messages. Look at this. The message is doctorate. How do they do this? Hold up. Security 101. Going with first to pick up another car. We'll be right back. Help, Tory shot Meg, 911. But this the message that her defense team released. It say, Tory shot Meg and handled me, 911. Why they change the message? Why did they doctor the text message? Saying y'all, it's a dirty game being played, man. They need to release that man immediately. Immediately. But now we got Wack 100 goofy ass. Yo, I don't know. I don't think Nipsey got the love in Cali that we think. Cause like I was telling you earlier, yo, if Nipsey was my brother, yo, Wack 100 would be out of here. You heard me? Out of here. I might have let him get away with it for the first year. Yo, but after 2-3 years of slandering my dead brother, who, you know, is respected, yo, something got to happen. Salute the Black Sand for being a hell of a man, because I don't think I can hold that level of patience or understanding or whatever. Like, yo, he keep disrespecting this boy. Keep repeatedly. It's like, why? Why is Wack 100 so hell-bent on disrespecting Nipsey Hussle and anything associated to him? He even doing it to Lower London. Gonna get Eugene on his ass, man. Trying to tell you, when Eugene was home, Wack was a little calmer. He got Eugene out the way now. He don't know how to act. You know, he on a rampage. Yeah, but I don't respect nothing about it, to be honest. And I don't understand what the fuck the 60s is doing. I thought the 60s was the most feared gang in LA. You got a one-man wrecking crew over this bitch, putting cases on niggas, lying on niggas, exposing niggas for like, yo, what, and nothing is, he's able to just go to no jumper freely. Like, yo, that is mighty strange to me. I don't understand it. Couldn't be my brother. I promise you, Nipsey couldn't have been my brother. And he doing this shit. So Wack 100. just did an interview on Clubhouse. Had the dude that supposed to been in the freak tape with Nipsey.
Ready to invest like a pro? With Robinhood Legend, you can quickly build custom layouts and get real-time data.
Still, even with them killing each other.
Terms with after-hours trading.
Like how was niggas allowing a Pyru to be so motherfucking disrespectful? Shit don't make sense.
Back at you with another video. I want to give a double salute to all of my supporters because I know what I know. You know what I'm saying? Hold on one second. Hold on one.
Chat, this one respectfully, I'm gonna let West Coast handle West Coast business. I want no parts.
Nephew. What's up, man? Now listen to me. We ain't saying no names. Now, I speak when people ask me about the Nipsey shit. I say very minimum, do I not? Yeah, but it's a whole lot of other footage I can speak on, the text messages I can speak on, but I never do. Have you heard me tell a lie about anything, the minimum I speak on? No. I'm telling academics. You know why this man know academics? How? Because he's the man in the video. So when you ready to come out here and you got your bag up, I call nephew, he'll pull up. He ain't no gang member, he ain't none of that. I'm gonna protect you with my life.
Is he an escort? Because that would be some Diddy shit.
No, he ain't none of that, nigga. He just got his swag up. He ain't none of that shit. None of that. He legal. He get legal money. He got 2-3 businesses, and nephew got his swag up. He been around us forever. Facts. Never been a hater. You know who used to be kind of like similar to him? How we would. You remember the homie that got killed with Chris Brown out there in Miami? He got shot in the club.
Oh yeah.
I know you're talking about. Okay. These two niggas were sort of the same, only he tried to fit in a little too much with the street. Nephew is who the fuck he is, bro. He's just a cool nigga, that's it. You know what I'm saying? He does his thing, that's it. He ain't looking for no handout. He ain't looking for no pat on the back. He a cool nigga. Damn. Now, whenever you ready to put the bag up, nephew pull right up, press play. But he telling you, it's a whole lot say that I don't say, bro.
Because they use the academics to clear Wack image. Wack image is tarnished because the whole internet knows he's a rat. So academics is like control opposition. They're using academics to try to back the Wack because Wack is still working. Both these niggas working. If you notice, ever since Big U got arrested, Wack 100 been doing lives with academics for every goddamn day. And academics plays like he's pressing Wack about the situation, but they're really working in tandem. Academics is trying to clear Wack 100 name.
Bro, that was what that was when it came to that. Y'all making it like he gotta be. Nephew right here. He ain't ashamed. Nah, for sure. I get bitches. I don't fuck with no niggas, man. It's cool.
Listen, I guess if we ever do an interview, we'll get to the real conversation. But why do you think he picked you?
What happened?
Why do you think Nip picked you to fuck his baby moms?
Man, because I had motion. I had money. I was doing my shit. You know what I'm saying? He thought, I'm going to say it may sound crazy. He thought nephew was the fly ass nigga on top of his game. That's what he thought. And shit. Because nephew got to a point to where he like, hey, bro, I'm not just going to keep moving around and you got to take care of me. Nah, for sure. I knew a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? So it was like,
yo, now he's trying to paint the narrative that that Yo and Nipsey was in some type of gay relationship. Like, yo, how is he getting away with this shit? Like, yo, this shit is crazy to me. Yo, it's crazy to me that niggas in LA is allowing yo to get away with this shit. You know, some people survive, yo, because people just don't take them serious. I know it's like that in my city, yo. Like, some niggas, they get away with doing a lot of fuck shit just because nigga don't take them serious. It's like, yo, killing yo gets me nothing. So they just be allowed to just be coons and clowns. Maybe that's the case. But Wack 100 is doing damage. So I can't really, you know, go that route. The man doing damage, man.
He passed away, and that shit just was shocked. That shit blew up. Like, I ain't know. I had forgot all about it, and I was like, "Oh shit!"
So did any of this happen while he was famous, or like he wasn't famous then? Like he was just
he was famous. Yeah, we talking about the real nigga famous already. You know what I'm saying? You popping. You know what I'm saying? I was with Big Baby at the time. At one of the times, you know what I'm saying? Big Baby, that was my boy. Yeah, that's the home for the Clippers. Big Baby, free Big Baby in jail right now. You know what I'm saying? Free Big Baby. So.
That's
that kind of this ain't no motherfucking 2010 shit. This is right.
Hey,
this is 2018, 2019.
And really the last thing, and I'm actually really whacking you, because even like Wack had me pull up this blog that kind of alleges certain shit. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think.
Well, he don't know nothing. He don't know nothing about that.
No.
Yo, when I hollered at Wack about this shit, right? Cause I ran some videos over there before I knew Wack was a Fed agent. About the J Prince, right? Or something. I talked about something. And after I ran the video, Wack, I think in my video I said Wack be stretching the truth. So he asked me, yo, what I stretch the truth about? I said, that Nipsey Hussle shit. He like, I'm saying, but what I lie? Then he do the same shit, try better nigga money, and I'm not betting you no money for that shit, bro. At the end of the day, I said, yo, you making it seem like he was on some gay shit. So what he said to me at that time was that yo and Nipsey supposed to have been banking Nipsey baby mother. And yo supposed to have been getting oil from the baby mother. And after yo fans getting oil from the baby mother, Nipsey kissed the girl. That's what he told me back then. Now, I don't know if that shit true or not. You know, that is some disgusting shit. But they running this narrative that the nigga is gay. Or living some type of double life. That's not what he told me back then.
I know, but even the stuff he does know about, y'all don't fear for y'all life.
That's probably what it is. He trying to ruin. He couldn't get his money, so he trying to ruin his image. That's probably what it is, G man. He couldn't extort the family. He couldn't get his money, so he trying to ruin his image. Now he's saying if Black Sam mentioned his name, he gonna release tapes. I wouldn't mention his name. I'd get him gone. He'd be fucking Casper the Friendly Ghost. Fuck around with my brother.
Some of this stuff, what everybody know.
I can't believe let them get away with this shit for real. I just don't understand. You know Nipsey was under investigation too. He might be doing this on behalf of the police. No, Nipsey and the whole marathon shopping center was under investigation at the time of his death. I showed y'all that a while ago.
Okay, LA, man, don't nobody touch me, man. I'm from the streets, man. I will blow one of these motherfucking in Lambos and all kind of shit. Chill for what? But bro, that's his preference, bro. That's now if I'm called on nephew. Yeah, if I'm in the hood and I'm in they shit, you know what I'm saying? Of course, this shit is different. But I be in Beverly Hills, I be in Hollywood.
Wait, y'all be getting no threats over this shit?
Act. How you gonna get mad at a nigga that got called on?
Wack, bro. So you're telling me there's gangbangers that's into other men fucking their chicks when that's the easiest
There's gangbangers that fuck other gangbangers. There's gangbangers that run threesomes and swinging and are porn stars. Yes. A gangbanger just a motherfucker claiming a gang. A gang is a group of people that represent the same cause. Just because a nigga says he's a Crip, Blood, GD, whatever the fuck, all this shit people say, doesn't mean they don't do regular people activity, bro.
A lot of people are saying unless the video comes to light, they're not going to believe this.
I don't give a fuck what they believe. I'll tell you any day. Any nigga want to put some money up, let's run it. So if you don't want to put no money up, sucker, I'm willing to put some money up, whatever amount. Whatever amount you talking about.
Okay, so, and I guess I should ask you this, right? Because when I see how Nipsey's spoken about him, they speak about him like a great businessman.
Who though? Who was he speaking?
Look, like, yo, why is so much disrespect toward this man, yo? I don't even want to watch no more of that shit, yo, because it's getting late. I gotta get up in the morning. Yo, we got to get into the Diddy news. We got to get into the Diddy news probably tomorrow. But basically what happened with Diddy is another so-called victim, Diddy personal assistant, took the stand and said she was sexually assaulted on numerous occasions. Like, I don't understand how you repeatedly sexually assaulted, but I guess it happens, you know. It seemed like we got a recurring thing with when it comes down to what you want to call them motherfuckers. Assistants. Seems like the personal assistant is also there to personally assist with other things. You understand what I'm saying? That's just 3 minutes. Let's see what she said. I think Diddy need to take the stand because Diddy the only one that can explain this shit. Now, will he take the stand? I don't know, but I think what it is. Yeah, and I think, like I said, Nipsey was under investigation when he died. He was under investigation.
Witnesses are unleashing more bombshell testimony.
But everything ain't bombshell either, man.
A morning greeting from Diddy's 85-year-old mom, Janice, on day 12 as the fireworks inside court got underway. The defendant's sons arrived to hear a new witness claiming to be a victim of their dad's violent history. Diddy's former assistant, who's going by the pseudonym Mia, testified about her chaotic past with the music mogul. Mia claims that a toxic Diddy would throw things at her and once threw her against a wall and into a pool. She alleges that he slammed her against the door and sexually assaulted her more than once. Mia is the former assistant to Mike Myers and Adrian Brody's designer girlfriend, Georgina Chapman. Mia testified that when she arrived for her first interview with Diddy, he was on the phone in his underwear.
I'm not the easiest to work for.
On the stand, Mia said working for Diddy was like his former reality competition show.
I am the best to work for.
The wild 2008 series showed the abrasive music star handpicking a worthy assistant.
That's what it's like in the heat of battle, baby.
But the heat of the battle for Mia included her working over 24 hours on her first day on the job with no sleep. She lived on Diddy's property and was never allowed to have a lock on her bedroom door. Diddy told her, quote, "It's my house and no one locks my doors in my house." She also mentioned witnessing Diddy abusing Cassie.
Mia was trembling throughout her testimony, really from the moment she got there, but when she was asked about the violence that she witnessed with Cassie, she got very emotional. It was hard for her to finish sentences at times.
CNN's Elizabeth Wagmeister, who uncovered Diddy's hotel attack on Cassie Ventura, has been following the case since day one.
Mia goes into this whole story.
I can see that narrative.
Cassie threw her hard against a bed to the point where Mia said, "I thought that he was going to kill her, and there was gushing blood everywhere, and he forced Mia to get in touch with the doctor and instructed her to say, 'Tell the doctor that Cassie was drunk and hit her head.'"
Mia also described the frightening night she and Cassie snuck away to a party at Prince's home that she was forbidden to attend.
So they get to the party, they're having a great time, and all of a sudden Mia realizes that Sean Combs walks in. They run out of the house. She says that Sean Combs catches up with Cassie, tackles her to the ground, and then Prince's security actually intervenes.
During Cassie's friend and stylist Deontay Nash's last day on the stand, he testified that he once set her up with actor Michael B. Jordan. He also told the jury it was Diddy who would use Cassie's phone to shoot videos of her during the freak-offs. He would record her on her phone, Deontay said. "I stand firm on that." And now, we've learned the trial's endgame. The judge announcing the case against Diddy should be wrapped up by the 4th of July. But first, it's Team Diddy's chance to present their case.
We don't know where the defense is going to go, but what we've seen so far with former employees of Combs is the defense is constantly trying to make the point that you benefited from working for Sean Combs. For the former employees, they're all saying that I learned so much from Combs, and yet these horrific things happened.
I don't believe that girl, y'all. I don't believe him. I think she was fucking Diddy willingly, to be honest. But I told y'all the narrative that they're trying to paint with all this domestic violence shit is that Diddy was so aggressive domestically. Then the women that was in his inner circle, they couldn't possibly concede to anything. It had to been a crime. They got a rat on there. Yo, a rat. Ex-mobster says Diddy wouldn't last in the mob. You just snitch anyway. Nobody care what you think. Snitch ass nigga. You didn't last in the mob, nigga. That's why you on YouTube. What you talking about? He's talking about Diddy wouldn't last in the mob. Nigga, you ain't last in the mob, nigga. That's why you on the internet doing Black TV interviews. Snitch ass nigga. It ain't crazy. Yo. But hey, I be tripping off people. Yeah. Ain't that a wild place, y'all? I'm trying to tell you. Crazy. But Diddy going to take the stand, man. Is he going to take the stand? I don't know. If he was my client, I would. You got to take the stand, Diddy. You got to defend yourself. You got to explain these situations. I think that's his best bet. Too much domestic violence, y'all. Too much of it. Way too much domestic violence. For the average juror to be able to see past it and realize that this case is about sex trafficking and not domestic violence. With the narrative that they painting is because of the domestic violence, these women couldn't consent to sex. You know what I mean? They couldn't consent to anything that they was going through because the domestic violence was so extreme. So when it came down to these freak-offs and these assaults and shit like that, they have no choice. It was force, coercion. That's the game they playing, man. It's a dirty game. It's a tightrope, but that's the game they playing. But I gotta go to bed, y'all. I gotta get up at 5 in the morning. Should I appreciate everybody that tapped in? Hey, yo, these is the shit, y'all. These the best Doritos right here, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. They the best Doritos. But y'all, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button if you can. It's another day of Keep It G News. And I'm out.